What up, peeps? It's Gabe. Welcome back to the Gabe Fix. If this is your first time, welcome. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, stick around for a while, get to know me, all of that good stuff. So yeah, let me just say right off the top that my neighbor's dog is going crazy. So if you hear a dog barking, you're just gonna have to hear the dog barking, because wherever I go in the house, you'll probably hear the dog. If not this one, we got another one back there. So sorry. You guys, I am finally here to talk about my 6-week postpartum situation, even though when you're watching this, it's been 8 weeks, okay? I'm a little late making this video. Charge it to my head, not my heart. I just have been a bit unmotivated. Like, to be honest, I've been a little unmotivated to make videos on the Gabe Fix. Not for any real reason, like just, I don't know. I haven't been good at fitting it in my schedule, and I'm always waiting until the last minute and all of this good stuff. So please forgive me. I'm going to try to get back to my regular posting schedule of, you know, Fridays, at least every other Friday, if not every Friday. I haven't gotten to that point yet. Now, I've been doing really good with the vlogs. They come pretty easy, but just like the sit down videos, I don't know why. I just haven't been motivated to make them, but I'm here now. And I want to talk about just my experience since having a baby 8 weeks ago. It's crazy, right? I will start from just the beginning. Overall, I felt like this recovery time with this C-section was particularly easy. It wasn't bad at all. I feel like my first one was a little bit more difficult, but this one, I don't know, I just feel like my body was probably used to this. Honestly though, this recovery time has been really cool, actually. Like, no issues at all. My incision is completely closed. I didn't have any issues with it. There was like one little area that I don't remember the terminology, but the lady had to, like, it was like tissue on top of tissue or something, so the lady had to like burn it off, like the little extra tissue part, and then it was fine. Like, it was already closed, it was just a piece on top of it. So my incision looks great. It looks just like it did before, because I had a C-section before. It's a little darker now, but I think that's because it's just fresh. So I did have my 6-week postpartum checkup, and my uterus is back down to, you know, its normal size. I was all good down there, all good to start, you know, having activity and all of that good stuff. All good to work out, which is something that I'm excited about. I started working out last week. I am doing a program. It's a Beachbody program called 80-Day Obsession. So, and that was actually one of the questions that I got. Am I going to lose weight naturally, or am I going to do a program? I'm going to do a program because I need some help. That's another thing that I have been unmotivated to do, and that is eat better. Like, I don't know. Like, I just been in this I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to get myself up out of it by making sure that I'm getting my workouts done every day. I did not meal prep this week, so my eating has been kind of hit or miss. I have been eating better than I did last week when I started the program, but I didn't meal prep. So my goal is to meal prep this weekend so that I can set myself up for a more productive week in terms of that. So as far as weight loss, I gained a total of 50 pounds. It might have actually been 55. I think it might have been closer to 55 pounds. And within like 2 weeks from having Reagan, I lost 35 pounds. Like, done. I didn't do anything, wasn't doing nothing. It went away, and then it just kind of stalled. So that was one of the main reasons I started working out, because I'm like, okay, I have to get this weight off. I do not want to be this big, and I need to do better. So that's why I started my program, and I'm just hoping that it's gonna work, hoping that I can drum up some motivation to stick with it. It's like, I've done this before, I know that I can do it. I just gotta get my head in the game. So let's see what else is going on. I did have some questions from you guys about bleeding. Sorry if there's any guys watching TMI, but I bled for weeks. It was so funny, like the night before my 6-week appointment, it stopped. I was just like, praise God. And it was, let me say, like the first week and a half, it was kind of like just regular heavy like period flow, and then from probably like a week and a half on to week 6, it was very light, very, you know what I'm saying, like spotty here and there, but it was still there. So it's not like I had like a period situation for 6 weeks, because that would not have been fun. That was only for about a week and a half, and then it was just light. Nothing has happened since then. I know that some people don't bleed while they are breastfeeding. I don't remember that from last time. I think I didn't bleed for like a short amount of time, and then my period came back, and I breastfed Chad Jr. for about 20 months. So I didn't go 20 months without having a cycle. It came back at some point. I just don't remember when it did, but it hasn't come back yet. I am exclusively breastfeeding, and you know, my doctor said a lot of times if it does come back, it'll be around the 6-month mark or so, once they start like taking in other food and not like exclusively breastfeeding. So I don't know, we'll see. At the 6-week appointment, my it wasn't even the doctor. I saw the nurse practitioner, and she asked me about birth control, and I'm not interested. Honestly, I'm just not interested. I just don't want to do it. Are you kidding me right now? Do y'all hear this dog? Seriously? So yeah, I'm not taking any birth control. We're just going to have to deal with natural methods of tracking all of that good stuff. And yeah, part of me feels like I don't even need it, because we tried so long to get pregnant and then ultimately had to go through IVF to get pregnant. So I'm like, it ain't gonna happen. But you know, every time you say that, God tends to show you something different than that. He's like, aha, you forgot that I was God. So I don't know, I don't want to jinx myself, but yeah, so we'll definitely be tracking that naturally, because I'm not interested in birth control, and I'm not interested in like, you know, permanent solutions to that for, you know, me, and Chad's not interested in that either. So we're just gonna play it by ear. Let's see what else is going on. Let me look at some of the questions that I got, because I don't want to forget anything. How has the first month change impacted or changed your attitude and spirit? That's a really good question. I feel like I am happier now within like the family situation, if that makes sense, just because I spent years wanting this and wanting this and wanting to, you know, to complete my family and have this girl, and now I have the girl. So I feel like that portion is, you know, complete. So I'm like happy with the family unit that we have. I feel really good. I'm not as stressed about trying to have a baby, trying to get pregnant, all of that good stuff. Now it has been a bit of an adjustment getting used to having, you know, 2 kids. Honestly, like, I want to make sure that I'm giving Chad Jr. enough of me, and I don't feel like I am at some point, just because I've been, you know, focused on Reagan. So I feel like I could be doing more to make sure that I give him the time that he deserves, and that he doesn't feel left out or forgotten or anything like that. But I mean, I've been feeling good. Like, I didn't have, thankfully, any like postpartum depression or anything like that. I didn't even have baby blues this time. I feel like I had a little bit of it with Chad Jr. It was mostly because I was not feeling my weight and stuff like that. But this time around, I kind of knew what to expect, so it didn't affect me like it did with my first pregnancy. So I didn't experience any like crazy depression or, you know, mood swings, other than what's normal, because I am a little bit moody on the regular, but nothing like extreme, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I feel like my attitude and my spirit has just been really good since Reagan got here. I just feel like we're in a really, really good place. It's just a great feeling to experience this blessing that seemed so impossible for so long. Did you feel any benefits from the encapsulated placenta pills? So if you guys don't know me, if you don't follow my vlog channel, I did keep the placenta, and I had a doula come to the house, and she, you know, cleaned it up, cooked it up, grinded it, and encapsulated it. And to be honest, I feel so horrible. I have not been taking them. Ain't that crazy? I did all of that and I'm not taking them pills. But this is why they have to be refrigerated. So like when I take my prenatal pills and like my allergy pills and stuff, they're in the cabinet. So I don't even think about the pills in the refrigerator. So it's not until I'm like looking for something and I'm like, oh man, I need to take the pills. Let me take a couple. Because you're supposed to take like 2 a day. And yeah, I should probably be done with them by now. So yeah, I don't know. I need to get a better system because I haven't been taking them consistently. I've probably had like half of the bottle. And honestly, I don't feel anything from them. I don't feel anything from taking them. I don't feel anything from not taking them. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. For some people, they swear by them. They're like, oh, it made me feel like this. It made me feel like this. But I didn't feel anything different when I was taking them. So maybe that's why I don't think to take them now, because I wasn't like, oh my goodness, I need these pills. They're making me feel amazing. How long do you have to keep some form of protection over the C-section scar so it doesn't get irritated? I did not have, they didn't even put like steri strips over my incision. So by the time I left the hospital, I didn't have anything over my incision, and all they told me to do was just make sure that I kept it dry. They said that I could take like a pad, like a maxi pad, and fold it and like, you know, just tuck it up under, you know, that little pouch situation just to keep it dry if I wanted to. And they told me that I was free to like shower and everything, just don't like suds it with soap. Just like let the water and the soap drip down into it, but don't like purposely wash it like that until it, you know, until it healed some more. But yeah, I didn't have to like keep it covered with anything. Have I experienced any hair loss since after pregnancy? And no, I have not experienced any hair loss yet, because I know that it's coming. I went through postpartum shedding with Chad Jr. and I just remember my edges looking like who did it and why. So I am preparing myself for the time when they start to disappear. Maybe I'll get lucky and it won't happen this time, but I am prepared for it. But it hasn't happened yet, and I don't remember exactly when it happened with Chad Jr., but it was a few months or so, if not even more, after he was here. So, you know, I'm sure that it's coming at some point, but I have not experienced anything yet. I do see a little bit of growth in my hair. It does seem really thick, and I think I remember the last time I talked to you guys about hair was right before I had Reagan, and I was saying that I hadn't really noticed any, you know, benefits from, you know, pregnancy hormones and all of that good stuff, but I can definitely see it now. My hair does seem longer and thicker since having her. And yeah, I don't know if maybe it's just a delayed reaction or what, but I'm grateful. Okay. Another question that I got is, did breastfeeding impact my postpartum belly? And I'm not sure. It could have helped. I definitely feel like, you know, breastfeeding helps to contract the uterus even more. My stomach is not like what it was before I got pregnant, but I have also been wearing a corset that I got from Bella Fit. I think that's the name of the, I think that's the name of it. But yeah, I actually wore this after having Chad Jr. So I ordered 2 this time because I remember it being good. It just kind of holds you together, and you wear it for like, you know, up to 12 hours. I think you can wear it like 12 hours a day. I don't sleep in it. I just usually wear it during the day and then I take it off. Now the hospital gave me a Velcro wrap and I wear that every night to sleep, and I've been wearing it since I had her. Like, they gave it to me in the hospital, and every day I was wearing it until I got my Bella Fit corset. So then I started wearing the corset during the day and then just the Velcro wrap at night. And I think that has helped to just kind of bring in my abdomen a little bit more. I did have a slight bit of diastasis recti. I can never pronounce that. Diastasis recti. Well, basically when your abdomen walls like shift apart and you can like stick multiple fingers in between there. I did have a little bit of that. At this point, it's only like a finger's width apart, and it kind of came together on its own. I didn't really even do any exercises to help that. I think my last pregnancy, I did a few things to help that. Like my midwife had given me a pamphlet of exercises you could do to tighten that up and bring your abdominal walls back together. But I don't know what I did with that pamphlet. And for the Tupler technique, you have to like buy it. So it has basically come back together, and you know, it may come back even more. But I just try to avoid doing things like sitting directly up or like crunches or things that could separate them even more and make it worse. But yeah, I still wear my corset, and that's what I've been doing. And I actually haven't been wearing it for like the past week. I stopped wearing it because I just got tired of it. But I'm probably going to go back to wearing it because I feel like I've noticed my belly coming out more. So it was like getting flatter, and then I stopped wearing it. So yeah, I think I'm about to put that mug back on. But it does just get a little uncomfortable right here at the top. I remember at one point you seeing a therapist. Will you continue with therapy? You haven't mentioned it lately. And yes, I will definitely continue with therapy. Like, therapy is something that I started when I was going through trying to conceive, and that whole journey, and just having someone to talk to and to process my emotions and my feelings. But since then, I have realized that therapy is very, very necessary. Like, I look forward to going. I go 2 to 3 times a month, and it's awesome. Like, we have covered so much more than just my trying to conceive journey. Like, that was why I initially went, but then I was just like, you know, we got into everything, and it's been so helpful. So helpful. If anybody is out there thinking about going to a therapist, go. If I could gift it to everybody, I would. It has been like the best thing for me. So yeah, I definitely go. I went today, and we were processing my feelings about, you know, how I just kind of haven't been motivated, and in this space where I feel like I'm not being as productive, and, you know, just trying to accept the fact that maybe at this point, me being a new mom is as much as productivity as needs to happen right now. Maybe this is a season where I'm only focusing on, you know, 2 to 3 things instead of 4 or 5 things. So that's something that we talked about today. But yeah, I will most definitely keep going to my therapist. She is amazing. I think that brings me to my last couple of questions, where you guys just asked me, how am I doing emotionally? How am I adjusting to the demands of a newborn? Am I feeling overwhelmed? Am I feeling anxious? All of that good stuff. And I think I've pretty much been telling you guys kind of how I've been feeling. I haven't been really anxious about anything since she's been here. I don't necessarily feel overwhelmed. I just feel like I'm not utilizing my time as efficiently as I could be. So it's just like figuring out the whole scheduling thing and making sure that I am making time to get certain things done, and that things are not, you know, falling by the wayside, like putting videos on this channel. So it's really just a scheduling issue for me. That's been my hardest part, is trying to get my schedule together, time management, and all of that good stuff. But yeah, overall, I've been good, and, you know, I thank God for that. I've been feeling really good. So yeah, you guys, that is it. I think that I covered everything. If there's something that you think I forgot, or that you still want to know, you can always leave your questions, comments, or concerns down below, and I will get to them. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.